Hello, loves, and welcome to the Red Hairs and Daffodils Homestead Kitchen. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kate. I want to thank you all for joining it today. We are encroaching on Easter. Easter is this Sunday, and I have been craving carrot cake. Carrot, yummy, scrummy, delicious cake. Went to the store the other day. I found some of the sweetest carrots, and I thought, this is absolutely meant to be. This is perfect. Huzzah, huzzah. We can do this. Went online, found a recipe labeled the best carrot cake recipe ever. Hello, how can that go wrong? So we're going to make it today. I've already got all my ingredients laid out, so hopefully blending this up and blending this together in our stand mixer will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. And we're just gonna hit the ground running. And once everything cools down, I'll bring you guys back. We'll make our homemade cream cheese frosting, our icing. Get in my belly. And my oven's ready. Let's get started. Alrighty, we're going to start with two different sizes of bowls. We're going to start with a large bowl, and we're going to get together all of our dry ingredients. So we are going to put in 2 cups of AP flour. We're going to put in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Smells so good. Oh my gosh, I just love the smell of cinnamon. So yummy. We're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. So we'll get both of those in. And then last but not least, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Boop. Okay. We're going to mix this all together real fast, get our dry ingredients all incorporated. I'm going to use my Valentine's Day whisk, my little silicone whisk here. Just get all this mixed together so that everything is fully incorporated. And then we're going to do the wonderful thing and just set this aside. Boop, first half done. Next half, we are going to, in our KitchenAid stand mixer, we are going to bring together all of our wet ingredients. So we've got our 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. I think this is like a Crisco brand, just something regular and generic. Go ahead and get that, at least the head up, so that we can get everything into our mixer here. We've got 4 large eggs. Let's see if I can do this without spilling whites everywhere. I am not very graceful when it comes to cracking eggs. I don't know why. It's never been a strength of mine, and I just logged a big egg booger on the counter here. And yes, I called it an egg booger. It's okay. My spouse is laughing at me. All right, got all 4 eggs in, no shells. Just gonna rinse off my fingers real fast. You guys know how I am with cleanliness. I'm always wiping down something or washing my hands. Okay, so we've got our 3/4 cup vegetable oil, 4 large eggs. We've got 1.5 cups of light brown sugar. We've got 1/2 cup of regular white granulated sugar. We've got 1/2 cup of regular applesauce. My goodness, it scared the stuffing out of me. 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 3 cups of grated carrots. We can do that. I'm almost out of this bottle of my homemade vanilla. And I know I made some with you guys around the Christmas time, and that won't be ready probably until next Christmas. So I had to go out and I had to buy vanilla extract. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't stand it. Kind of upset me that I didn't prepare far enough in advance. I made some 2 years ago. I didn't make any last year. For this year, it's just big kerfuffle. So, but it's my own fault. So, a big box chain got my $10 of vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste. I got both. Okay. Spouse said I have both. Okay. So that's it for all of our ingredients. Easy peasy. We are going to pour our wet ingredients into our dry bowl and mix until just combined. That's after we mix up our wet ingredients. So let's get this on low. I said low. Oh my gosh. Well, shoot. I got carrots everywhere, guys. Okay, low. Thank you. Every video I do something silly. Not intentional by any means. Okay, I'm just going to get out my trusty red spatula here, and I'm just going to scrape down the sides. It doesn't need it, but I'm always worried that there's something unincorporated, and you guys know me. I'm rather err on the side of caution. So, all righty. Okay, there's nothing at the bottom of it, so that's great to hear. Okay. Now we're going to, it says to add our wet into our dry. Oh, why not? Just thinking it might be better if I added my dry into my wet, but I forget what Claire Saffitz says is the right way to do it. Heaven only knows. I trust her to a T, because that lady, if you're not following Claire Saffitz, she's also called the dessert person, you are missing out in your baking life. Oh my gosh, she's so technical and precise and perfect, and I just absolutely love her. And in her one of the things I absolutely love about her is that in her working kitchen in New York, she's got like 3 or 4 cats that just hop up on the counters and talk and interrupt and everything like that. It's so much fun. She's just a joy to watch. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and add my wet into my dry. All righty. Good deal. And let's go ahead and get this. Let me work with my whisk here first off, and then I may need to transition over to my spatula. Might need to do that. All the bright orange carrots in this mixture makes it look like it's It's almost like a confetti mixture or something. It's just looks so much like there's so much color in this. I like it. You can smell the nutmeg and cinnamon. You can really smell the nutmeg. And that was only, how much was used? A quarter of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. And that is coming out brilliantly in this. It's not going to be too much or too little. I think it's just the perfect amount. I don't want to overmix this. That's why I'm glad I'm doing this by hand. Just trying to get in the corner of my bowl here. Let me move it around with my spatula just a little bit. Behind me, on the stove right now, I have two 9-inch baking pans, cake pans, that already have been sprayed down with Pam. It's got Pam with a flour mixture in it, and then 2 flat parchment liners as well. So it'll be easy to get the cakes out. So those are prepped and ready behind us. All righty, we are good to go. All right, pour cake batter evenly between both of our 9-inch pans, and we're going to bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Can't beat that. All righty, let's see how good my eyeballing is here. Oops, a little bit of unincorporated flour. Let me mix that in real fast. I'm glad I'm working slowly with this. Okay, add in a little bit there. Add in a little bit more in here. Hi, Dobby. What you doing, baby? Alrighty, I think we're okay. If you want to get out a scale and measure these, if you're that kind of a baker that you need to be that precise at this time, please go ahead and do that. I think I'm okay. I think everything looks pretty even, pretty. And if not, I will notice it when it bakes up. But I honestly think we're okay. Alrighty, I'm going to throw both of these into the oven, and I will see you guys back here in 30 to 35 minutes. Hello, loves. We're back, and I went ahead and pulled the oven. Timer just went off, and I pulled the cakes out of the oven, and they are perfect. They look absolutely scrumptious. They're golden. They've got they're nice and soft without being overdone. They're absolutely perfect. My entire kitchen smells like cinnamon and nutmeg, and just, I love it. So I'm going to get these out of the pans here in about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get them on some cooling racks so that they can cool out completely. And I will be back when I start to mix up the frosting, and we can get these frosted together. So I'll see you guys back here in a bit. Hello, loves, and welcome to part 2 of our carrot cake for Easter. And I'm just working up some of the ingredients for just shaking up our vanilla, and we've already got our cream cheese room temp, our butter's room temp. I just pulled our cakes out of the refrigerator. Those have been wrapped up since yesterday when we were baking them and pulling them out of the oven and the whole 9 yards. So we're doing okay. I'm I've got about 40 minutes before I have to be somewhere. So we're going to ice this, chop it up into some pieces, and take it on the road. So let's get started. We've got 2 cups of powdered sugar into our stand mixer. We've got an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. They suggest using a block of cream cheese versus like the tubs where it's whipped and it's not a true volume. It's true by weight, but it's not true by volume. It's more dense, and it's better to use the brick if you guys can swing it. Okay, that's in there. We've got our softened stick of butter. Nothing's better than butter. Except more butter. There we go. And then we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If this goes a little bit over, whoops. I love my vanilla. Love, love, love vanilla. Got a lot of seeds in the bottom of this, you guys. Oh, can't wait to use it soon. And then I've got to break out my store-bought stuff. Oh, no. It's okay. Whoops. All right, lock it up. That was supposed to be slow. That was supposed to be slow. What is up with me in this mixer, you guys? Give me just a minute to clean it. I got it everywhere. But at least I can laugh at myself. It's on the dishwasher. It's on. All right, 1 chicka. I missed a spot. Where'd I miss a spot? Quit laughing at me. Just going to add 1 more splash because there's a lot of it unincorporated. Well, it just picked up the powdered sugar. May not need it. Okay, let's do our scrapey. There's a lot built up on the sides this time. Let's scrape the bottom too. All right, let's try this again. Lock. Smells good. You can definitely smell the cream cheese in it. That's good. You just want to make sure it's all creamy and no lumps or anything. I'm just going to let this go for about 10 more seconds, and then we're good. All righty, loves. We are good to go, I think. Get our beater out, get this out, lock this back up before I knock that over and spill all those valuable beans. All right. And I do have not only my regular spatula here, but I've got my offset spatula. If you have one to help ice your cakes, they will make your life a little bit easier. So please don't forget to grab out your offset spatula if you have one. Okay, we've got no unincorporated powdered sugar at the bottom. That's what I was double checking. That's good. To me, this didn't make a lot of icing. Um, to me, that's enough to go in between the two cake layers and on top, not enough to side it. I used to bake cakes and decorate them Wilton certified and all that good stuff. So to me, this is not enough icing to go around the outside, but we'll see. We'll see how plentiful this recipe is. So we've already got our topping here, or our topping, goodness gracious, our cake stand here. We've already got a 9-inch round on top of it. And okay, we're going to start off with our thicker one on the bottom because I did not measure these yesterday, guys. One did end up being a little bit fatter than the other, which is okay. Doesn't bother me since they both came out with the toothpick test and they both came out cooked, ready, a-okay, done, the whole 9 yards. Dobby, do not chase after sister, please. Okay, my hands are washed. Just going to try to turn this over and center it as best as I can. Well, that failed on me. Okay, at least we've got the 9-inch round underneath it, so that's good. All right, we're going to get a little bit of our icing in between the two. And we're going to switch over to our offset spatula, which will give us, at least it gives me more control over where I'm putting the icing. And we've got a little bit more than half remaining in our pan. So I hate when you cut into cakes and there's really no icing between the two of them. It's just very, very thin. And I don't like that. I feel like I've been I just feel like I've been cheated, or they were trying to chintz out on the cake, or I don't know, cheapen out on the cake. So we're going to do what they call the naked cake, where you leave the sides open. It used to be a wedding trend a couple of years ago, and they would just they would do the layers and then they'd do the top, and you could see the naked cake on the sides and everything, and it was a huge fad. One I never did, but I think we're good. I think that's a good layer. Just a little bit more. Okay. That nice and even. Let's go ahead and get our second cake layer. And thank you to my spouse for wrapping these up for me. That was very, very helpful. I went to bed the other night with a migraine and just couldn't do it. So she helped out. Alrighty, 2 9-inch cake rounds. These are looking good. I'm going to set aside my offset spatula. And we're going to scrape out okay. Got everything else out. So we're gonna put a decent amount in the middle, and we're gonna put a decent amount on top. Then we're gonna leave it to showcase the beauty that is carrot cake. Just want to get a nice line around the outside. This icing is so fluffy. It's like Cool Whip, you guys. Oh my gosh. Dobby Dobby, do not hunt sister. My cats only act up when I'm filming. Does anyone else's cats do that? Dobby, do not attack her. I don't get it. We've got one kitty, Dobby, who is, he's the big bully of the house, and he just attacked his sister again. But he loves getting her belly. He loves biting her belly and biting underneath her chin. And it's just, he's a little terror. He's playfully attacking. He's playfully attacking, but he pulls out fur. That's his thing. So, alrighty, you guys, I think our cake is done. We're not going to make any frills or fuss about this. Just want to make sure that it looks pretty, that it tastes pretty. Alrighty, loves. Got my knife here to cut my cake, and I've got some plastic to-go containers that I've acquired, and we're going to go ahead and put several pieces of cake in here so that I can take it to some people that I love dearly. And can't wait to see. That's Sarah and Jeff, and going to bring them some carrot cake. Sarah's favorite cake is carrot cake, so I'm excited. I'm excited to share. This is why I do what I do. I love to share food. So, all right, let's get a couple pieces cut. And then my brother's coming over later on today as well. And when I told him that we made carrot cake, he asked for delivery service yesterday. And I told him I wasn't going to do it because it wasn't done yet. So he huffed at me playfully. And he said he would come over today. I've got some tax papers for him. And I wanted to gift some cake to him as well today. So, okay, so if I do this in threes, fours, let's do it in threes. With they're nice big slices. So if I cut it there and then cut it, is that even? It looks even. Let's go with that. Okay, we just need 2 slices, one for Sarah and one for Jeff. Is that correct? Okay. Growing up with my mama, cooking in the kitchen and everything like that, I never learned how to cook small, bake small. I never learned that growing up. Okay, one done. But yeah, I never learned how to cook small or how to bake small. And that was one thing my mother, whenever she made anything, we always joked about it growing up, but I'm grateful for it now. That one was upside down in the container. This is okay. She always made enough to feed an army. That was the joke at our house. My brother would have friends come over that weren't in the best situation at home, and she would feed them, she would clothe them, she would give them a place to stay if they needed it. And we always had extra food. And growing up with that in my house, witnessing that, I was always blessed to see that and be a part of that, and just know that that's, to me, that's how things should be done. So growing up as an adult, in my 40s right now, I'm grateful for not knowing how to cook small or bake small, and I love sharing. So this is what we're doing today. We got a slice for Sarah and a slice for Jeff. Slice for Lynn, slice for myself, and the rest of it will go to my brother. So we're good. We get a bite of the cake, and then everything else goes to family and friends. It's the way it should be. So, alrighty, you guys, we're done, and we're going to head out the door. So thank you so much for joining us today. If you don't mind, if you're not already liking some of our videos, please consider doing so. That really helps us out. And if you're not subscribed to us, what are you doing? We've got so many videos coming up here soon. More baked goods. May is my birthday month, and we're doing a cake a week. Some of my favorite cakes. And I want to share those recipes with you guys. We've got, if you're more along the gardening side of things, we've already shared 2 garden videos with you guys. And more is coming out. We're going to be planting our seeds here in our green stock and in our garage here soon, putting those underneath grow lights. So if you're wanting to follow us on a gardening journey, please consider subscribing and following us on our garden journey. And we've got so many fun videos coming up, you guys. This is our channel slowly taking off, and I'm so blessed for it. And it's because of you guys that this is happening. I'm cooking and baking for you guys and gardening for you guys. So want you guys along on the journey with me. So hugs and loves, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.